Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy Niner Sickness with another Niner Sickness podcast. As you already read in the title, your boy Niner Sickness, after a fight with Google, finally got his channel back. I got my channel back, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm happy. Let's talk a little 49er football right after this. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to my channel. And when I mean welcome back to my channel, I'm talking about my old channel. My old channel, I'm excited. I was able to get back my YouTube channel, so I'm back to my 1K plus subscribers. I'm still keeping the other channel that I created. I'm going to call that one Los Pinches Niners. Los Pinches Niners. So if you're part of that YouTube channel, remain subbed there. Continue to remain subbed there. But this is my main channel. The Niner Sickness podcast is my main channel. And this is the channel that I will be going live on for the most of my lives. How's everybody doing today? I hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful Monday night evening. Let's talk a little bit of 49er. But before we get started, before I say hello to everybody in the chat, do me a favor. Hold on, guys. Oops, wrong button. Make sure to hit that like, to please wipe your feet before entering and smash that like button for your boy Niner Sickness. I would appreciate that very, very much. We got Damien says, Beto has his channel back, and the Niners have the division back, and the Rams have the salary back. I love it. That all fits into place, right? That's well said, Damien. I got my old channel back, the Niners got the division back, and the Rams are back where they belong, in the salary. Let me say hello to my girl, Melissa. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate you, Melissa. Welcome back to the channel. Let's see here. Corey Davis. What's up, Corey Davis? Niner Sickness and Melissa. What's up, Corey? Dina Harvey. What's up, Dina Harvey? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. We got my boy Wolf. What's up, Wolf? From Wolfcast. Niner Gang Wolfcast, my boy Wolf. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the channel. Vinny. What's up, Vinny? How you doing? Vinny from Facebook. It's now on YouTube. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already to my old Niner channel, which is the Niner Sickness podcast. Let's go. Eric, how you doing, Eric? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel, Eric. We got Corey Davis in the house. What's up, Corey? And we got the Tech Village Idiot. How you doing, Tech? Welcome. And we got the queen of the channel, my girl, Yvonne Sanchez. How are you doing, Yvonne? Blessings to you, sis. Thank you. Always a pleasure having you here. So, many of you already heard. Many of you already heard. The 49ers have some bad news and not so bad. Unfortunately, we lost Elijah Mitchell. That's tough. We lost Elijah Mitchell for 6 to 8 weeks. That's about the same time that he missed the first time. So that's tough. That's hard to deal with. So let's all please send our prayers and love towards Elijah Mitchell. Now, with that said, do you guys want to see Tevin Coleman be activated to the roster from the practice squad? Or do you guys feel that Jordan Mason deserves a shot to back up Christian McCaffrey? Yeah, I shave my head again. I sometimes I get lazy, Dina. I get lazy. I can grow a full head of hair. I can grow a full head of hair, and a lot of times I get tired of shaving. So I'll let it grow, but then the wife gets kind of annoyed by it, and she's like, "Are you gonna shave that head of yours?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I need to shave my head," so I shave it. But what I am doing is I'm growing back the mustache. I don't know if you guys noticed. I'm growing the mustache back. I have taken that off for a while. I don't grow the beard. It makes me look too old. I am old, but that's besides the point. But I decided to grow the mustache. So let me ask you, ladies, mustache or no mustache? Let's see what the comments are saying. Doing great, brother. Thanks and congrats on getting the channel back. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I got to bring you on as one of my guests on my old channel. Wolf, would love you to bring you on as a guest on my channel. Would love to have you, brother. Look who it is. My boy. My brother from another mother. Dick Tracy. How you doing, sir? Always a pleasure having you here. Predicted Eli would be injured in week 12. You put bad juju. See, I don't want none of that negative juju, brother. No negative juju. But it is a shame. It is a shame that he hurt his, sprained his other knee, unfortunately. So he'll be out. I want to see what Jordan Mason can do. Tyron Price, let's see what he can do. They got to step up. And yes, Christian McCaffrey did get hurt. He got a helmet. He took a helmet to the knee, so they're being, they're protecting. They're being careful with him. But I think he'll be able to play. According to Kyle Shanahan, it looks like he'll be able to play on Sunday. So that's good news. And for our right guard, Spencer Buford, he has a low ankle sprain. The good thing that it's not a high ankle sprain. A high ankle, you're going to miss quite a few time. With a lower, they put a walking boot just to be safe, but he should be ready to go on Sunday. If not, we can let Daniel Brunskill come in for one game. He should be fine with that. The good news is we may finally have Eric Armstead back. Yes. Hand of applause. We will be getting Eric Armstead back, and boy, oh boy, do we need him, specifically in the middle. Now, a lot of people may not be too fond of Eric Armstead. Many people wanted Buckner, and why did they keep Eric over Buckner? Whatever your feelings are about Eric Armstead, can it be safe to say that we're missing Eric in the lineup? Is it safe to say that we are missing Eric in the lineup? Eric Armstead is a big guy. He demands at least 2 offensive linemen. It opens it up more for Nick Bosa. It opens it up more for Samson. Especially a team like the Miami Dolphins that are pass happy with Tua and Waddle and the other kid they have over there. It'll be very important to have Eric Armstead anchor the middle of that defense. Cowboy Angels is in the house. What's up, my brother? Kyle is a genius for signing CMC. I don't know if you mean that truthfully or if you mean that sarcastically. If you mean it as, yes, he's a genius for signing him, I agree. If you mean it as a sarcastic, then I disagree. I think that CMC is a great signing. And for those that are like, well, he gets injured and, he might be injury prone, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe that for a minute. And if you notice, this offense has sparked since CMC has arrived. Jimmy G has played better. Jimmy G has really truthfully has that potential of having that blanket, if you will, not only with Debo now, but with CMC. So, again, if your comment is Kyle is a genius for signing CMC, I agree 100%. If it's meant to be sarcastic, then I disagree. Jordan Mason, beast mode in action. Yeah. And then he's sporting number 24. I love that about Jordan Mason, excuse me. He's sporting the 24 like beast mode. And he looks like him. And he plays like him. Listen, Jordan Mason was averaging 5 yards per carry yesterday. 5 yards per carry. Okay? Do you know how difficult it is to run against the Saints? Yesterday in particularly, ask CMC, ask Elijah Mitchell. They were struggling running against that defense. Why? Is it because the Saints are a good run defense? No. It's because whether you love Jimmy or not, the reality is people are not afraid of Jimmy and the long ball. Jimmy's playing great football. I love that Jimmy's here right now. I love that Jimmy's winning. This is not a bash on Jimmy. But we know he doesn't throw the deep ball. And defensive coordinators know that Jimmy doesn't go deep. So what do defensive coordinators do? They stack the box, right? They stock the box. They put 8 in the box, and they say, okay, you're not going to run on us. And all that in the middle type of passes that Jimmy likes to do, we're going to take that away from you. Now what you're going to do. Did you know Jimmy had 27 passes attempts in the first half alone? Or 28? 28 or 27? I don't remember. I think it was 28. The Niners understood it's going to be hard to run against this defense because they're challenging Jimmy to go deep, or they're not afraid of Jimmy to go deep. And which player stood out to me in that offense? Yes, we only scored 13 points. Yes, the Niner fans and myself sometimes are spoiled. We want to see 38 points. We want to see 40 points. We want to see 27 points. A lot of points means that a lot of players are scoring, and that's fun to watch. But the reality is, you got to score one more point than the opposing team to win. And when you can shut down on offense and keep them at 0, then 13 points is enough. It's enough. 13 points is enough. I know we get into this fantasy football mentality that we want to see the 38-10 type of game against Arizona. But sometimes you got to win close games. Sometimes you got to play dirty. Sometimes you got to win dirty. Not play dirty. Excuse me. Sometimes you got to win dirty. You're going to win some ugly games. You're going to win some ugly games. It's not always going to be peaches and cream. But good teams like the San Francisco 49ers finds a way to win. And when you can hold the opposing offense to 0 points, it's freaking awesome. Now, people have been telling me all day, yeah, but don't you know that we have Miami coming into town? Miami scores a lot of points. We can't afford to score only 13 points against Miami. Who's to say that's what's going to happen? Believe it or not, Miami's defense is not as good as the Saints. The Saints' defense is much better than Miami. Who's to say that the Niners are not going to score a lot of points against Miami just because they did not do so against the Saints? What is going on, David McNew? Welcome to the channel, my friend. Welcome to the channel. Tim, welcome, Tim. How you doing, Tim? Good to see you, my friend. Guys, make sure to hit the like button for me. Appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I don't know what that is, Yvonne. I don't know why you can't see me on Facebook. I'm rolling on Facebook and YouTube and Facebook. That's weird. So sometimes you're not going to win games like we did against Arizona. Sometimes you're going to have to dig, you're going to have to claw, and you're going to have to scratch, and you're going to have to win ugly games like the Saints. People are like, the offense they played, they were bad. They stunk. No, they didn't. Now, was the offensive line giving up pressures on Jimmy? Yes. Was Jimmy being harassed most of the night? Yes. Have the offensive line protected Jimmy for the most part on other games? Yes. There are going to be games that it's not going to go your way. There are going to be games that it's not going to go exactly as you script it. You're going to have to go off script, make audibles, and play to win. And the Niners did that. Whatever the defense was showing and giving fits to the Niners offense, Kyle Shanahan found a way to win. Now, earlier I mentioned that player that I thought was very important in yesterday's W. He is wide receiver Juwan Jennings. Wide receiver Juwan Jennings, what he did yesterday was amazing. Sometimes when you're doubling Kittle and you're doubling Deebo Samuel and you're shadowing Ayuk, other players need to step up. Players like Juwan Jennings, players like Ray, they need to step up. When you're not able to run the ball well, who's going to step up? And yesterday, Juwan Jennings stepped up and put the team on his back. And I think that Juwan Jennings did a great job. You don't have to watch me on both channels. I just wanted to make sure that the people that are watching me on my old channel, which is the newer channel, now becomes the older channel, because this is my new channel. And if I confuse you, I'm sorry. That's why I changed the name. The other one is called Puros Pinches Niners. This one's called Niner Sickness Podcast. If you're watching me on Niner Sickness Podcast, that is my main YouTube channel. I will be going live on my other channel, which is the one that I was trying to build when I lost this one. And if you want to continue to subscribe to that, that one's great. I'm going to dedicate different type of things on that particular. The Puros Pinches Niners are going to be more of a kind of kick back, talk to my raza, talk to the Hispanic community. I'm going to try to be bilingual in that channel where I speak English and Spanish, so that mi raza que me sigan me pueden comprender que yo hablo español y hablo inglés al mismo tiempo. So that's going to be a channel that I'm going to use to reach more my Latino familia. The Niner Sickness Podcast, now that I have it back, will be a channel that I keep and speak. Obviously, 95% will be English. So if you're subscribed to my Niner Sickness Podcast, remain subscribed here. If you subscribe to my other channel that I was starting to build back up since I lost this one, which is called Puro Pinches Niners, I may change the name. I don't know yet. I got to find out what that pinche word means. If it's really very offensive, then I will change it. But it's going to be tailor-made for my Latino family. So if you know people that speak Spanish that really don't understand English, but they love the Niners, that'll be the channel for them to follow. It might be named like Niner Sickness en Español, or Niner Sickness Raza, or something like that. What's up, Christian Carver 314? Welcome to the channel, my friend. Good to see you. Hello, Beto. I bet as the Niners fans, it was hard for us to pull for the Raiders yesterday, so we can have the outright division lead in the NFC West. Yes, I'm not a big Raider fan. I don't like the Raiders. Everybody that knows me knows I don't like the Raiders. But I keep things in perspective, Christian. The Raiders, I have hatred for the Raiders. I have hatred for the Cowboys as a fan of the Niners. But I look at our conference. I look at our division first and foremost over another conference. So if you have the Raiders who plays in the AFC conference going against the Seahawks that not only play in the NFC conference, but happen to play in the NFC West division, it doesn't matter how much I hate the Raiders. I'm glad the Seahawks lost. Now, am I going to say that I'm glad the Raiders won? No. I don't like the Raiders. So I'm not going to say I'm glad they won. I'm just going to say this. I am glad that the Seahawks lost. That means We are one game ahead of the Seahawks, and we are 4-0 within our division. People tell me, out of the 6 games remaining, which games do you want to win? Which games do you want to beat of the 6 remaining? And I say it's very simple. I want to win them all. I want to beat Miami. I want to beat Seattle, the Commanders, the Bucks, and Arizona. But if there is a team that the Niners can afford to lose to, it would be Miami or the Raiders. Again, because I don't like the Raiders, I'd rather lose to Miami than the Raiders. But my whole point to this, if we have to lose a game, I'd rather lose a game to a non-conference team. We don't have to worry in the standings. We don't have to worry about the standings because you understand this. There's no guarantee we're going to win the NFC West. We should win it, and we should be the champs, but there's no guarantees in life. Right? So if we're going to lose, now I don't want to lose to Miami, but if we are going to lose, I'd rather lose to a team that doesn't really hurt us. Now it hurts us in the win and loss columns, obviously, but it doesn't hurt as much than losing to the Buccaneers. It doesn't hurt as much as losing to the what's the other team we're playing? The Commanders. So if I put in categorize the teams that we should win and need to win are going to be Seahawks and Arizona. Why the Seahawks? Why Arizona? Because they are in our division, and we want to always beat our division. Then it goes teams within the conference, which is the Commanders and Tampa Bay. And then goes teams out of the conference, which is Miami and the Raiders. What's up, 49ers First Takes? My boy Aaron, we just got done doing a live on his channel every Monday night. We do the NWO WWE style. So come and check it out. If you haven't checked it out, make sure to subscribe to 49ers First Takes channel as we go live there every Monday at 6 p.m. unless the Niners are playing Monday Night Football. Then we go live immediately after the game. Randy Detona says, Beto, el jefe. I don't know. You said that earlier on the other channel. I don't know about el jefe. I want to think that I'm el jefe, but my wife, she's the mera. She's the jefa. My wife says jump, and I say, honey, how high? I would rather face 14 gang members than face my wife when I don't listen to her. I'm scared. But thank you for calling me El Jefe. I appreciate it. I like that, matter of fact. El Jefe. Eli and CMC are the class. I want to see are the Glass Bros. I don't know. Anybody can be made out of glass. Anybody can be made out of glass. Listen, people are entitled to their opinions. People want to believe what they want to believe. People can feel the way they want to feel. That's fine. Dick, if you think that Eli and CNC are made out of glass because they get injured a lot, that is completely up to your thoughts, but it's football. Everybody gets injured. Some people get injured more than others, but it's football. That stigma that players are made out of glass, or the one that people use a lot is players are injury prone, is ridiculous. It is stupid. Players are injury prone. It's like, it sounds absurd. Now, do players get hurt more than others? Yes. And I think it's, in football, you got to find a way to how to exercise, how to eat well, how to condition your body, how to take care of your body. And these young players, they're young. They're still trying to find their regiment of taking care of their body. Look at Jimmy Ward. When Jimmy Ward first came onto the scene, he was always getting hurt, wasn't he? And what happened with Jimmy Ward now? He doesn't get hurt as often. Now, everyone's going to eventually get hurt here and there. They're going to get banged up here and there. It's football. But nobody can tell me that Jimmy Ward gets hurt. I mean, he used to get hurt so bad that I used to call him Jimmy Hospital Ward. Jimmy Hospital Ward. And now he doesn't get hurt as much. Deebo Samuel got hurt in the beginning. Once these kids find their regiment, once these kids find how to eat right, how to take care, how to condition, how to take care of your body right, they start playing better without getting hurt. But this whole injury prone stuff, you can get out of here with that. Thank you, 49er Gang Podcast. Appreciate it. Yeah, when I lost my channel, it was devastating. Now, my channel is not that big. It's a little bit over 1K. It's not that big. Now, I don't put a lot of work like my fellow content creators. A lot of my fellow content creators, they put much work into their channels. And their channels are big. And rightfully so. They deserve the big channels. You get what you put in, right? I don't do this to make money. I don't do it for that. I am retired. I do it just for the fun of it. I enjoy talking. My uncle, before he passed away, said that I can talk the ears off a wooden Indian. I don't know what he meant by that. But I enjoy talking. So this is a hobby. This is a hobby of mine that I like doing. So I don't invest as much as my fellow content creators. So they have 5,000, 6,000, and that's beautiful. But with that said, I did build it to at least 1K. And I did even though I didn't do that much work, I still put in sweat and tears. It's not easy to get to 1K. And for somebody just to come and take it from you is so disrespectful. They have no cares about the work you put in. So the fact that Google and YouTube fought to get it back for me, I give YouTube and Google and say thank you to them for fighting to get my channel back. So thank you, Niner Gang. You know, it's devastating when you put a lot of work or any type of work and somebody just steals your channel. It's like when somebody breaks into your house or somebody breaks into your car. And even though they don't steal anything major of value, the fact that they broke into your house or your car, you feel, there's a word, I can't pronounce it. Violet. It starts with a V. I can't pronounce it. I'll probably say it wrong, but you know what I mean. And it's an ugly feeling. It is an ugly feeling. Danny Gray, what a bust, like I told. Well, again, Dick, it's your opinion. and I don't agree with a lot of your opinion. I love you, man. You're awesome, dude. Very respectful. You speak your mind. You're my boy, Dick Tracy, but I don't always agree with your comments because Danny Gray hasn't played at all. You know, Kyle Shanahan does not like putting in rookies. He doesn't like to play rookies unless he has to. And with Debo, Brandon Ayuk, Jawan Jennings, Ray McLeod, there's no need to really rush Danny Gray into the scene. And a lot of people say, well, the reason Danny Gray is not playing is because Jimmy G's the quarterback and it's not Trey Lance throwing the ball to him deep. Maybe, maybe not. I've heard that Danny Gray is struggling with his blocking assignments. He struggles with his blocking assignments. And he needs to get better on his blocking assignments. And maybe that's the reason why Kyle hesitates to put Danny Gray in. But sometimes it takes about a year. Sometimes it takes about a year to get acclimated to an offense, to get up to speed, to feel comfortable within your own skin, specifically in a skill position like the receiver. And maybe Danny Gray next year with a complete season and off season behind him and Trey Lance available to throw in the ball, comes in and becomes one hell of a player. So to call him a bust to me is premature. That's right, Tim. Every game is different. That is 100% David Villa. And people, I don't want to offend nobody. Please do not take this offensive to no one. But I'm so sick and tired, and I'm not talking about everybody, but I'm so sick and tired of 49er fans getting in their feelings. Get out of your feelings. Do you know football? Do you watch football? Do you watch film? And I'm not being disrespectful to no one. But people get in their feelings. Wow. The 49ers offense, they were garbage against the Saints. Were they? Were they really garbage? Because they were able to put up 13 points when the Saints were able to put up 0. How many points did the Saints put up? 0. How many points did that so-called garbage offense the Niners displayed on Sunday put up? 13. And the last time I checked, 13 is higher than 0. At the end of the day, what matters are W's and L's, wins or losses. How you win doesn't really matter. Now, for fantasy football, for the fan base that enjoy the 3 touchdowns for Debo and the 2 rushing touchdowns for CMC and CMC rushing for 100 yards and Debo running and receiving for over 100 yards, all that is fine and dandy. That's exciting. Yes, it's fun to watch. But what's important, ladies and gentlemen, and we cannot lose sight of it, is we're 7-4. We are on top of the NFC West. We are one whole game ahead of the Seahawks, and we are 4-0 within our division. Don't lose sight of that. Amongst us, Oni, putting up 13 points. There are going to be games you're going to win in an ugly fashion. But good teams, like the San Francisco 49ers, find a way to win. They will find a way to win. Okay? The San Francisco 49ers will find a way to win. And they clawed, they scratched, they did everything they could to put up 13 points against the Saints. And the Saints, listen, guys, Forever Faithful Podcast. What's up, my brother? Brandon, how you doing, Brandon? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to my old channel, my friend. So, people are like, but it was the Saints. Beto, it was the Saints. Yes, it was the Saints. But they're an NFL team. Not only that, but they got Jordan back. They got Davenport back. Two of their top pass rushers. They are a physical defense. They play dirty. Not win or lose dirty. They play dirty. Okay? And yet, the Niners offense found a way to put 13 points on the board. Just enough to get the W. Jimmy G was moving the ball. Debo caught a few passes. Ayuk caught a few passes that were great. Kittle pitched in. Juwan Jennings, who I spoke about earlier, pitched in and got that touchdown. Listen, the ball bounced his way. So be it. Sometimes you have to welcome luck. But he still had to be in position to catch that ball. Okay? Sometimes you're going to win an ugly game. J.R. Meadows, welcome to the channel, my friend. Make sure to hit that like button for your boy Niners sickness. Sometimes you're going to have to win ugly games. And a lot of Niner fans, not the majority, none of you guys that are in here tonight are emotional fans. I hope not. And what I mean emotional, I'm talking about in your feelings. Always being negative. Always looking at the ugly part of the game. Well, we won yesterday, but I can't believe we only scored 13 points. I can't believe we only scored 13 points. What's going on, Kyle? Kyle, you can't score more. You can't get your team to score more than 13 points. They scored 38 points the week before. The important thing is the defense did what they had to do to shut out the Saints. And if there's a game that the offense can have as a bad game, why not have your defense step up and do their thing? G-Man is better than Cap. That's for sure. Niners sickness, brother. G-Man is better than Cap. I don't quite understand that comment. Please clarify if you can, Tim. Please. Aints were playing. The Aints were playing. The way you said Aints kind of threw me off. Aints were playing hard. Remind me of Bounty Gate. They were playing dirty. They were hitting hard. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Jimmy G, since he took over in week 2 of this year, was getting his bell rung left and right. And I don't want to discredit nobody in the offensive line. All right. Oh, McClinchy continues to suck. Oh, we lost Spencer and Daniel Brunskill wasn't doing good, or Brendo wasn't doing good, or whatever. They had a bad game, but they won. They won. So what happens if we play the Miami Dolphins on Sunday and the freaking Niners put 40 points on that defense? Then what? It's not going to be enough? Well, 40 points against that defense wasn't good enough. We should have put 65. When is enough ever enough to satisfy a fan and just accept that we won? We're not playing fantasy football. We're playing real football. Don't get me wrong. I love watching the Niners put all those points on Arizona. I love watching Kittle get his. I love watching Ayuk get his. I love it when CMC gets his and Elijah Mitchell or anybody else. I love that. But I understand there are going to be games that's not going to happen. There are going to be games that are going to get ugly. But at the end of the day, as long as the 49ers have a W, that's all that matters, ladies and gentlemen. At least to me. How they win it, I don't care. Two things. Win the game and stay healthy. Win the game and stay healthy are the most two important things every Sunday for me, or whenever the Niners play. Dolphins will run circles around our overrated defense. See, Dick Tracy, with all due respect, you're a cool guy. You never showed disrespect to my channel, and you're my boy for that. For that, you're my boy, because I have never seen you once be disrespectful to my channel. You're very polite. You're opinionated. You offer your opinion, which is perfectly fine. I love you guys to offer your opinion. But I gotta believe you're not really a Niner fan. And I don't mean to be disrespectful. But I gotta believe you're not a Niner fan. Because maybe you don't like Trey Lance. Maybe you don't like Danny Gray. That's a personal preference. Either you like a player or you don't like a player. And that's fine. But to say right now in your comment, the Dolphins will run circles around our overrated defense. How is this defense overrated? They are number one in a lot of categories. Please tell me, how is this defense overrated? I got to believe that you either Rudy, the Rams fan, pretending to be a Niners fan, or you're a Seahawks fan, but it seems like you're always negative about the Niners. And I understand. If Jimmy does bad, then hey, go for it. I respect your opinion. But when you mention the defense, and you say the defense is overrated, I'm sorry. That gets me a little hot under the collar. Because that's not true. That's you hating. You are hating on the Niners. Because this defense is a freaking good defense. And I don't understand where the word overrated comes from, particularly for the defense. I see all of your net stuff. Just don't know if I'm subscribed or not. Well, it's one way to take care of that. Hit the notification bell and hit that subscribe button on this channel, my friend. Unless you're talking to someone else in the chat, then disregard what I just said, Tim. I know what Beanchy means. I kind of think so too, but I'm not certain. David, please let me know in our private chat what you think it means. Raza, like they said in Blood In and Blood Out. I love it. McDaniels knows how to exploit our trashy secondary. See, there you go again. With the trashy secondary, the bad defense. The next thing you're going to say is Dick Tracy that tell Noah Hufanga is trash, right? I'm gonna have to skip a lot of your comments tonight, bro, because you are really, really bringing the vibe down. I respect everybody's points. I do. If you make a valid point, even if I don't agree with you, I can respect it because you're making a valid point. I may not want to agree with, but if it makes me like, you know what, he could be right. But when you make comments like our secondary's trash, comments like our defense is overrated, I'm sorry. I think that's a bunch of hogwash. Number one defense in the NFL. That's right, David. How in the world can that be overrated? Please tell me. I kind of like the Raiders. Okay. Don't know why, but okay. Tim says, amen, brother. Can you imagine if all the NFC East teams were to make the playoffs this season? The only team I care about making the playoffs is the San Francisco 49ers. And for your information, Christian, there's no way that the Giants are making the playoffs. No way. If you look at the Giants' schedule and who they play, they still got to play the Commanders twice. They still got to play the Cowboys. There's just no way that they're making it. So the Cowboys and obviously the Eagles, for sure. I can see the Commanders creeping in. I don't even think the Commanders will make it, but I can see them creeping in. But the Giants, I could be wrong, but I don't think the Giants will make the playoffs. Mark my words. Bashar, 49er minded. What's up, brother? Thank you for coming back to my old channel. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate that, the love. Every game matters. I don't want to play a game in the toilet bowl Eagles called a stadium. No. Again, every game does matter. In the W and L column. Yes. Do we want to beat Miami? Does it matter in the sense of gaining momentum and hoping that Philadelphia loses games, we win? Absolutely 100% correct, David. But what I was stating earlier, and I'm not saying you're disputing what I said earlier, but what I was saying earlier, if there's a game that if we had to lose one game, I'd rather be Miami or the Raiders because they're out of our conference. But I want to beat the Dolphins, and I want to beat the doors off of the Dolphins. I want to beat the Commanders and Tampa Bay, Tom Brady. But the games that I really want to win are the Seahawks, for obvious reasons, because they're right behind us, and because they're within our division. So, but I agree with you, David. Rams, Seahawks, Cowgirls, I hate them. Raiders, though, I don't like the Raiders because of Al Davis. I know Al Davis passed on. Now it's his son. And I understand that Al Davis did a lot for the NFL when he was commissioner. But and the Raiders have the most rude fans in football, man. Not annoying. That belongs to the Cowboys. But rude, disrespectful fans are the Raiders, in my opinion. Not everyone, because I do have some Raider fans that are pretty cool in my book. But for the majority, yes, hit and like, baby. My father was a Raider fan, but I'm a Niner fan for life. Okay, I respect that. Niner Sickness had a great Spanish intro on the NWO podcast after we won in Mexico. That's right. Sí, este mexicano sí habla español. ¿Qué hubo? Until my Niners casket drops. Red and gold until we're what? Dead and cold, baby. Dead and cold. Absolutely. I probably watch more Raider games than anyone else besides Niners growing up in the Bay. Yeah, well, it was always the Raiders and the Niners. So people that usually follow football and were raised or within the area of the East Bay Area part, Northern Bay Area, probably rooted for either the Raiders or the Niners. So I understand that. I don't get how Brady is 45 and he played so many damn seasons injury-free. That's because you can't touch him. If you look at him the wrong way, the referee gives you penalty after penalty. Put him in the era of Joe Montana, Steve Young, and I guarantee you, at 45, he will be retired. We're playing flag football when it comes to touching Tom Brady. It's almost like if he sold his soul to the devil. Maybe. Florida will lose, just saying. Florida State or Florida? Oh, well, duh, you would have said state. Never mind. I take it back. Niner minded. It's not eating processed foods, inflammatory foods. Seriously helps a lot with keeping healthy. So let me ask you guys, as we're coming to a close on my channel, what were your guys' truthful thoughts of the game on Sunday? Realistically, of the offense. Now, Jimmy did throw that interception that was called back because of a penalty. That was nice. People are saying that Bosa was offsides when he got the sack. As many times as he's been held, and particularly in that game, but on every game, I don't care if he was offsides. And technically, I looked at the video, I looked at the game, it looked like the guard jumped. So Bosa moved. But at the end of the day, as often as Bosa gets held to the referees, they never call a holding on Bosa. Brady did miss a season Way back in the day, referees protected him. Jimmy G doesn't get the same. No. If you're not Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, you don't get the same. Now it's Patrick Mahomes, and now it's Josh Allen. And what's his name starting to fall into that category? Joe Burrows. I don't think that was the reason why Giselle left Brady. I think Brady does not know how to keep his promise that he made, and she had enough, and she moved on. Personally, Giselle's a beautiful woman. I don't know what Tom Brady was thinking. And when I say beautiful, I'm not saying only on the outside, the beauty of her. I'm talking about people that I've heard and talked and that I read things say that she's a very beautiful person in the inside. So, really, huh? He may not be good right now, but he's not a bust. He's just unpolished. He is an unpolished receiver. Let him play a year or two. Then we can totally say whether he's going to be good or not. Technically, I say this, people say it all the time. Give a player at any skill position a minimum of 3 years. Give them 3 years to truly see which category they're going to fit in. Elite, bust, or just mediocre. There's only 3 spots you can fall in after your third year. Elite potential, bust potential, or just plain mediocre. Not too good, not too bad. But you got to give a player at least 3 years, in my opinion, to truthfully evaluate what people think he may be. But to call somebody a bust that hasn't started in the NFL, I mean, again, it's people's opinions and they're entitled to them, but they're foolish opinions, and I'm entitled to say that. Hey, Sickness, do you remember that wooden Indian they have in LA in a bench when you sit next to it, moves with you, and will always remember that? No, I've been to LA quite a few times, but I don't know if that statue was still there, if it's still there or not. But that's freaking awesome if it moves with you. Kind of scary if you think about it. Diner Sickness is not scared. I don't get scared. I just hope my lights don't get turned off because I'll poop in myself. I always told you that these cuts are mediocre and slow. Yes, you have. You have been consistent. If there's anything else, and the reason why I tolerate Dick Tracy, all his bullcrap, is because he's respectful and he's never disrespected me, my channel, or any of my viewers. So I tolerate the craziness of Dick Tracy. Está loco. Está loco. But I tolerate him. I don't put on the straitjacket quite yet because he does respect my channel and respect my viewers. Pero Dick Tracy, está loco. Mira. Loco, loco, loco. Well, people said the same about Banks last year. Very good point. Bashar. A lot of people definitely said the statement that Aaron Banks was potentially going to be a bust based on what they saw last year, which was not even enough. First of all, he was hurt. Second of all, he was playing out of position. Some players can play both sides of the ball, like Daniel Brunskill, or all 5 positions. But there are certain players that are just good at their natural position. And people were stating, because these Niner fans were in their feelings, that we took a guard with the second pick in the 2021 NFL draft. How can the Niners waste a draft on a guard? And yes, I'm in my feelings, so I'm going to be an little biatch. And I'm going to say that he's a bust. Well, how do you like me now? Says Aaron Banks. Who is the real biatch in that statement? It ain't Aaron Banks. This is why you got to give players at least 3 years to kind of understand what category they're going to fall in. And we can't be too prematurely and making a statement. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but if you watch film, you know what you're saying. And you're not letting your emotions, like Dick Tracy does. Because see, Dick Tracy, with all due respect, send me your address. I know what to get you for Christmas. I'm going to get you 2 pom-poms. So you can kind of like, the defense sucks. The defense overrated. The secondary can't catch. I'm going to get you some pom-poms, baby. Banks was awesome in college. Yeah, he was great in Notre Dame. And he's starting to show that he's great, decent, at the very least, in the NFL, with potentially to be good. This is his first year as a starter. And you know how many sacks he has given up this year? 0. Yeah, Banks looked sick on his college highlights when they drafted him. I was surprised that we weren't giving him reps in his rookie year. The thing is with that, and this is my opinion, even though Banks played very well at Notre Dame, he is a rookie, or he was a rookie last year. And although I think that today he is better, or at the very least will be better than Lincoln Tomlinson, last year, him as a rookie, Lincoln Tomlinson as a vet, there's no way I'm going to believe the Niners were going to sit Lincoln and replace him with Aaron Banks last year. And again, we established earlier that Aaron Banks, as good as he is at left guard, not so much at right guard. So I can understand why he sat last year. And a lot of times he was hurt too. But you're not going to replace a Lincoln Tomlinson last year for Aaron Banks. Now they knew that there was a great chance that Lincoln Tomlinson was going to chase the bag, which he did. And good for him. I am never opposed for a player going after the bag. Nope. Even if they leave my team. I hate it that they leave my team, but I'm never opposed a player going after their bag. Because in this football world, you're only as good as you're able to perform. Or no, not as good. You're only going to get paid based on how you perform on the field. If you get hurt, do you think these owners care about you? Hell no. So anyone, go and get your bag. I don't care where you get it. Now, he moved on. Aaron Banks took over, and we're not looking back. I love it. So for those that don't like Kyle, and for those that don't like John Lynch, because again, we are in our feelings, and one day we like him, one day we don't. One day we root for them, one day we don't. Get off your freaking feelings. Either you like John Lynch, and I'm not saying you can't criticize him. I'm not saying not to criticize Kyle Shanahan. But either you support them or you don't. But this 1 week, you like John Lynch. The next week, you want him fired. It's ridiculous. They made their scouting team, and a lot of it has to do with what's his name? Not necessarily John Lynch, but the other guy that is behind John Lynch, which I think he should be a general manager this year. I'm glad he wasn't. That means he's still with us. But kudos to him, kudos to the scouting team, and kudos to John Lynch for pulling the trigger. I just don't understand that love and hate syndrome. One day you hate the Niners, the next day you love them. I'm not saying you can't criticize them. I'm not saying not to criticize Jimmy. I'm not saying you can't criticize Debo. If they make mistakes, you hold them to a higher standard. I agree with that. But 1 minute you love this player, the next minute you hate him. 1 minute you want Jimmy Garoppolo gone. The next minute you want Jimmy Garoppolo to stay. It's like, Jesus. Stop giving the 49ers a bad rap. But I love you all. 615, Random Goat. What's up, my brother? Welcome to the channel, my friend. Good game, Niners. I have to get Niner fans a Fred Warner jersey. I have to get a Fred Warner jersey. Fred Warner's my boy. I love Fred Warner. As we come to a close, because we have been on here for quite a bit. We've been on here for quite a bit. Do you guys think that there's a possibility that the 49ers can keep Aziz this offseason? I know I'm thinking way too much ahead, but I'm just curious. Do you think the Niners will keep Aziz? Or do you think Aziz will chase the bag? Because we all know Bosa is ridiculous this year. And he's going to get a lot of that money. Do you think we keep Aziz? Or do you think he chases the bag? Just curious. They laid an egg, the Saints. The Niners defense helped with that. Bucks lost to Cleveland. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And without Deshaun Watson. By the way, Deshaun Watson returns. He'll practice all this week, and he'll probably play on Sunday. We'll see how he does. Oh, hell no, bro. Come on. Come on. Do you want to get stoned? Do you? And I don't mean this type of stone. I'm talking about like in the Jesus times, get stoned with rocks. How are you going to say Pettis is the next, or Gray is the next Pettis? Do you even believe your own bullshit? Dick. What am I famous for saying? Dick. Don't be a dick. Dick. Robert, how you doing, sir? Welcome, my friend. Good evening. Listen, if you're not following my channel on YouTube, please make your way over. The descriptions are in the below. Both of my YouTube channels. Go please and subscribe and support my channel, brother. But good to have you. And if you're already part of my YouTube channel, thank you. Niners are promised to explode on the league. Are primed. Where I saw promise, OMG. I'm adding words in there. The Niners are primed to explode on the league. My brain sometimes is a little faster than what I'm reading. That impressive. We haven't given up. Let me see something. Some of you guys' words are broken up, and I always wonder why. Time it throws me off. We haven't given up a point in the second half, and in the last 4 games. That's right. And we took it a notch higher. This time, we decided not to let the Saints score in the first half either. Now, do we win against Miami? I think we do. I think our chances of winning are great. Do I think that our streak of holding a offense to no points in the second half may come to an end against Miami? I wish it doesn't. I hope it doesn't. But it might. It might. It just might. But if we get the W, who cares? Right? As long as we win, that's all that matters. The Saints went marching out. Not came in, but out. Absolutely right. Who dat? Who dat? Who dat was the team that did not score a point against our defense? Who dat? Beto, Mr. High Tech with dual high definition cameras. What? This one? Hey. Or, let's see here. Hold on. Let me get a little crazy. Let me get a little crazy with my boy, Bashir. All right. Or this one. Ooh. Ooh. Look at all this mess. We got that one up there. We got this one going. Ooh, too close. Close up, close up. Ah! Sorry about that. That was crazy. That was crazy. My apologies. But I had to show off my little third camera. Robert Davis is in the house. How you doing, sir? Good to see you, my friend. Brother Beto, great to see you. Happy holidays. Likewise, my friend. Likewise. Make sure to hit that like button for your boy. Likewise. Ain't good enough. Fast enough. Ain't strong enough to beat the Niners. That's right. Yep, all day, every day, 49ers, bro. Bro. The main thing is we won. That's right. That is right. At the end of the day, we that. We're the ones that kicked that Saints ass. We that. Now, don't be spreading rumors, Dick. I am not 100% right. My wife read this statement right now. My wife would be like, what? I'm right with you, bro. We're both locals. Local. It says it takes one local to know another. But I love you, Dick. You know I have nothing but respect for you, my friend. I don't agree with a lot of your crazy nonsense, but I respect you, my friend. Jay Madden in La Casa. What's up, Jay Madden? How you doing, sir? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming back to my old show. Guys, make sure to hit the like button for your boy. I would appreciate that very, very much. I can't believe we only scored, ándale pues, ándale, ándale. 13 homes. No, I can't believe I said that. Scrapas. Puro 14 and what, eh? Northern California, baby. You stay Niner faithful no matter what, brother. That's what matters. Niner family. That's right, my friend. McClinchy does suck. He almost sent Jimmy into early retirement. I can't argue with the part of sending Jimmy to early retirement. I don't know if he sucks. He's not great. Mike McClinchy, by much, is not a great freaking right tackle. And not worthy of the 9th overall in the first round. But if you tell me we would have taken him early second round, late first round, he would be decent. How are your birds, Beto? Would love to see them again. I'll make sure to bring him in here on my next show. If you come on here, Dick, just don't be negative about my birds, eh? Don't be saying one bird looks slower than the other. Just kidding with you, bro. Of course you can. Tú eres travieso. All right, guys. I've been a little bit over an hour, going an hour and a half. I did get my channel back. I appreciate each and every one of you. I got my channel back. I appreciate those that supported me, those that were behind me, those that helped me grow my other channel that I was starting to grow again to replace this one. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to call it Puros Pinches Niners. Like I said earlier, I'm going to dedicate that channel more to my Latino, Hispanic, Spanish-speaking 49er fans. And this one here, I'm going to keep it more for my English-speaking Niner fans. VZ48, how you doing, sir? Welcome to my channel. Make sure to hit that like button, or please hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Glad to have you, my friend. This guy's sick. Tracy is a bust. Give him the boot. No, he's cool. He talks a lot of nonsense, 408, but one of the key things, listen, as long as you're respectful to the viewers, most importantly, I can handle you disrespecting me, but nobody disrespects my viewers. Won't tolerate it. As long as you respect my viewers and don't disrespect me too much, because I am sensitive, I'm cool with you expressing how you feel, whether I agree or not. And 99.9, I probably don't agree with my friend Tracy, but he is respectful. So this is why I don't boot him, and this is why my moderators don't boot him. Tim says Cap was good. Don't get me wrong, but G-Man, are you talking about Garoppolo when you're talking about G-Man? Because when I hear G-Man, I'm thinking about the Giants. I think automatically about the Giants. And I think that's what threw me off in the last message that you put up, Tim. He's reaching for attention. Yeah, that's a possibility. I can't disagree with there. I can't disagree with that. A 408. You might have hit the nail on the head on that one. Maybe he is reaching for attention. Dick Tracy, did your mommy did she not hold you when you were a little boy and burped you and changed your diapers on time? Why do you hate the Niners so much? Stay tuned to the next live. We will be talking to Dick Tracy, and we're going to find out why he is so negative. Dick Tracy is an undercover Lance fan. I can't argue with that either, Robert. I wonder sometimes. I like the way the Raiders beat Seattle. That's it. Yep. Especially with that 83-yard gash by Josh Jacobs. Did you guys see, especially that guy Norcam? His name is Norcam. He goes live on his channel. Great guy. Happens to be a Seahawks fan. But cool dude for what I've seen. Very active on the Seahawks channel. He went live at the game. While he was live, and Josh Jacob busted through that middle for an 83-yard run, which won the game in overtime, was priceless. The look on Northcam. This guy never cusses on his show. He keeps it PG on his show. And the dude was dropping F-bombs left and right. If you haven't seen it, go and watch his live game of the Raiders and Seahawks. Go towards to the end, to maybe the last 2 minutes of his video, and you'll get a crack at it. I believe in your word, Beto. Just saying. I hear you. The Giants have already played the Cowboys twice, Beto. Then, are you sure? I thought the Giants... They don't play the Giants again? Oh, it's the Eagles. It's the Eagles. Okay. Yeah, they got to play the Eagles twice. They got to play the Commanders twice, and then they got to play the Eagles twice. Christian, I confused myself with the Cowboys. That's right. They're 1-1 with the Cowboys. They beat the Cowboys the first time around, and they lost to the Cowboys recently. It's the Eagles and the Commanders they play twice. That is correct. It is it? I'm only listening to you, Beto, brother. It is. I'm only listening to you. Well, I appreciate that. Respect. Thank you. Dick Tracy seems to have annoyed VZ408. Don't let him get to you, 408. Don't let him get to you, my friend. Delete this fake butt. Boy, the chat is lit. Yes, it is. It is. It sure is, man. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Count Stockala. Count Stenkala. Have you changed your mind on Jimmy now? Moi? Me? No. Don't confuse. If you're referring to me, my stance on Jimmy. I'm a big Trey Lance fan. I love Trey Lance. I wanted Trey Lance to be drafted to the Niners. But I'm also realistic. There's no way in hell, once we lost Trey in week 2 of this year that we will be 7-4 today with Brock Purdy. Okay? Let's not get it twisted. We are 7-4 because of our defense, our run game, and decent play from Jimmy. But next year, even if Jimmy wins the Super Bowl, thank you for winning the Super Bowl for us, getting our 6th Lombardi, but don't let the door hit you where the sun don't shine. Go and find yourself another team that will pay you and go be a starter there. I am a Trey Lance, and that will never change. Raheem Mostert needs to keep his mouth shut, talking smack about Jimmy, talking about his quarterback and whatever. Kiss my butt. I like Womack. So do I. I like Womack. I think Womack next year would be even better, will be more polished, and I think he's going to be a great contributor to this defense. All the Raiders fans at my work are respectful and actually cheer my Niners on. Oh, wow. Okay. The Raider fans in the ghetto, not so much. The ones that have Metro PCS as their phone provider, not so much. I'm giving Raider fans a hard time. All right, I'm going to read a couple more comments. You guys are lit. You guys are popping, man. I love you guys. You guys are popping on my channel. It's already 9. It's going to be 10 o'clock, and you guys are just like, booyah. Dolphins are 3rd to last in the league in sacks. Why are you so scared of their pass rush? Ooh. Who is Bashar talking to? I know he's not referring that to me. Only because I didn't mention their pass rush. And now I know who he's talking to. Our O-line will get him killed. I do. Stop it. All right, guys. As much as I've been having fun, my ass fell asleep. And my desk, I can raise my desk up. I have one of those desks that can go up and down. But I did a show earlier with 49er Minded, Bashar, and earlier Aaron from 49ers First Takes, and my boy Ryan for No Border Sports. We got together every Monday night at 6 p.m. unless the 49ers are playing on Monday night. Then we do the game right after. Check out my boy Niner Aaron at 49ers First Takes for future broadcast on Monday nights. Make sure to follow my boy Bashar. Follow his channel, 49er Minded. He has better guests than this other guy that is losing his hair and can't see straight. G9 Garage, what's up, brother? Welcome. He says, posted a vivid break being hugged all over. I hear that, bro. Do the Finns lose? Do Finns will lose? I met. Oops, my bad, Beto. No worry, bro. Was it foolish to call Kinlaw a bust 2 years ago. Well, he's only a bust technically because he's been injured. I don't think he's a bust based on his skill set. Can he potentially be a bust based on injury and not able to perform because of injury? Maybe. But because of his skill set, no. He hasn't showed enough. All right, guys. I'm going to make sure I don't miss anybody here. Bashar's laughing at me. Why are you laughing at me? Corey Davis is in the house. What's up, Corey Davis? Patrick Jenkins is in the house, my friend. Patrick Jenkins, your cousin, was signed. Janoris Jenkins. Orale, orale. Your primo, my friend. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Thank you for coming to my channel. I appreciate you, Patrick. Much love and respect, my friend. All right. Man, you guys I am way behind on these comments. My boy Tommy Huxley in the house. What's up, Tommy Huxley? I better shut this down before Tommy gets arrested for beating up Dick Tracy on my show. We don't want none of that. All right, making sure, man, I was way behind. Melissa, so happy for you, Beto. Thank you, Melissa. Truly appreciate you for hanging out with me tonight as well. Everybody, you guys are amazing. 49ers throwback. Thank you for popping in, brother. Much love, sir. I want to make sure I don't leave nobody behind. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a night. You guys have been popping. There's quite a few guys still here, but I'm starting to lose my voice. And it's almost 2 hours, and I did an hour show earlier. I am pooped. Okay. I'm just pooped, not pooped. I got scared there for a minute. Orale, vato. Hasta rato, familia. All right, guys. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Make sure to continue to follow me on my Niner Sickness podcast. If you happen to subscribe to my other channel that I was starting to build, stay subscribed there. It's called Puros Pinches Niners. Hanging with me there as well. Thank you guys for being part of my show tonight. And we'll see you on the next Niner Sickness podcast. Good night and God bless. Peace.